Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Searching pass he's played there. It's a pretty loose pass. Iniesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And it's White. Olise. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. Nesta. Vieira. To Bergami. Iniesta. Gets a good foot in there. Nesta.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Costa Curta. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Bellingham. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And here's Olise. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Bastoni. Now Costa Curta. And it's Bellingham. Conte. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Olise. Bellingham. Well, they've got it again. For Olise. Conte. Chips it through. And he was alert to it. Nedved.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Baresi. Here's Vieira. And it's Nesta. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pull it. Real chance! Gabriel gets rid without sophistication. And here's Nedved. Conte. Bellingham. Now White. And here's Olise. And it's White. Nicely weighted ball. He has a look up. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Bergami is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Iniesta. Baresi. Messi. And it's Nesta. To Thuram. Nesta. Iniesta. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruyff. Kante gets a foot in here. Olise. And he's intervened well there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Arsenal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And this is Iniesta. Iniesta! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Nedved with the short one. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Stood up well to him there. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Iniesta. Oh, that's well spotted. White. And Gabriel. Conte. Looking for the run. Foot in. And it's Iniesta. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Iniesta really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Bastoni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Messi. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
In towards the back stick. Bastoni clears it away. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
White. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, sweet feet. Messi stood his ground strongly. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff. Shoots! It's in! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Neymar, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Thuram. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Baresi. Nesta, always a very imposing presence at the back. Arsenal are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Thuram. Baresi. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. It's gone out for a throw-in. Thuram, the man synonymous with solidity.
This is now creating a nervous atmosphere. The fans simply want the ball at the other end.
2 minutes to be added on. Over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now there is the unmistakable figure of John O'Shea, one of the first names on the team sheet, always, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be a little biased here because he's from my hometown, but he's about as versatile and dependable as they come.
The ultimate unsung hero. Nice looking ball. Cruyff! No, not the best of headers. Now it's Bellingham, distributed tidily. Threads one in. Olise takes a shot!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Olise is offering a right smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nice bit of trickery. Conte. Now it's Bellingham. Swings in and climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Looking for options for movement. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
White plays the return pass. Still goalless. Mbappe! Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's nice.
That was lovely, that.
And it's Neymar. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Steaming on goalwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to pass it through. Out towards the flank. Neymar gets into some space. Oh, such a clever touch. Quality ball. Looking for a runner. Floated through. He's in a great position here. Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! A finish of true class! Arsenal take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's Ronaldinho! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar goes short. Nice control. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Olise. Real shoots! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Just the goalkeeper, and a chance! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
White deals with that comfortably. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now it's Pelé. Conte. Arsenal have scored 2 quick goals here. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, he's bustling through here. Look at this. Mbappe! And yes, it's there! And he is just ripping it up. And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be...
Cruyff! Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Gabriel. Bellingham. Played into space. Good ball, good take. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. In with the challenge. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Bellingham. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Pelé is there, and he can get that clear. What a throw in. And we hit half-time.
Arsenal are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Arsenal lead by 3 in a game all about goals. It's so easy on the eye and promises more of the same after the break. Here we go again then. Ronaldinho. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. Olise is wide and looking to get onto this. Gets his head on it! He arrived on cue, but fluffed his line. That pass has been well intercepted. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Pelé. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. And he's surging through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that was very necessary.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Messi picks it up out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Played out to the right. That's been cut out, well played. Ronaldinho. Looking to play him in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
White hurtling down that right flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's a shade optimistic. O'Shea played out to the left flank. Neymar receives it in a wide position. Bellingham. Bellingham, a massive creative influence, involved in so many goals. Can he get on the end of this? Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. And it's Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, it's come to nothing. Marquinhos. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now, can they get him away? Decent chance! He scored! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the Regional Police Department.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence.
Decent chance! Quality ball. Now it's Bellingham. Messi. Now it's Neymar. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cafu. Bellingham. And it's Conte. Olise. Knocks it into space.
Might want to be careful there.
Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Olise. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Looking here to chip it through. Good read, needed to be. Cruyff. Now it's Neymar. And it's Bellingham. And here's Olise. Out to the right. Oh, that's nice. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. Neymar gets into a good position. And that has been cleared. Arsenal yet to have an attempt on goal. He's through here, and he was quick to react. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Roberto Carlos. Gabriel. And here's Neymar. He's going for goal! Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's a good ball. Real chance! Goal! Inter! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Inter Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Thinks one through. That's beautifully weighted. Cruyff. White.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bellingham. Now it's Olise. Nicely aimed pass. Bellingham wins the duel this time. No way through, so shoots! Off the post! Baresi. Baresi is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, delightful ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, shooting chance! Bastoni attempts a clearance.
Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Olise, and this is Kante. Messi. Olise, and it's Conte. Bellingham, and he's cut it out. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Neymar. No way through. And here's Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham! Conte. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. And that is a little undercooked. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Arsenal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bellingham. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Dink through. Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi. Conte. Olise. Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, chance, surely! And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger.
Mbappe!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And here's Mbappe. Saliba.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That is very well defended. Mbappe is onto this. And it's White.
Arsenal have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Tries to play it through. Bastoni. Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. He's in a great position here. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Raul. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cruyff. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Great vision. Olise receives it in a good position here. Mbappe. And it's made. Takes a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Could move up a gear here. Messi in acres of space out wide. He's got away. Can he get on the end of this? And that has been clubbed away. And this is Raul. It's Raul! Now, who's going to be first to this?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Mbappe! They've scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 18, Olise.
Not the most convincing of passes.
Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 14, Neymar.
Now that's well seen too.
Maradona.
Costa Curta. That's an imaginative pass. Always onto this. Cafu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Just 5 minutes left. He has found the way through. And he shoots! They've done it! And what a climax we have here! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Inter Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Kante gets across to intercept that. 4 extra minutes added on. Now this could be a chance. Roberto Carlos. Nicely shaped ball. Baresi deals with that comfortably.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Cafu. Now it's Cruyff. Threads one in. He's in space and looking for options. And that has been knocked clear. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Figo. And it's Rijkaard. Maldini. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Figo. Out towards the flank. He slings it. He gets big. Oh, crossbar! He's missed, but not by that far.
Oh, maybe it was one of those moments when he just caught it too well.
Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a mighty effort! Cleared away. Oh, he's been caught napping!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Messi! It's in! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Bellingham, and he's been shifted off it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, looking for a runner. Good read, needed to be. More and more pressure on the ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That has ended up in no man's land. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. That has been cut short. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Olise is in a really good position out wide. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Messi. Figo looking to get on the end of this. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Figo. Elects to cross. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. White, looking for options for movement. He's in plenty of space here. And a chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
It's a really well-measured ball. Now, can they get him away? Figo picks it up out wide. Showing good feet. Cross flung in towards the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, perfectly measured that. Olise. Decent chance! He scored! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that's a dangerous ball. Bellingham. For Olise. Pass somewhat off target. Maldini. And it's Messi. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Conte.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now this could be a chance. That is a great pick out. Maldini. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice-looking ball. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's picked his way through. White could try cutting inside here. He's got tall. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Figo. Messi. No, he's not getting past him there. And we hit half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution in progress.
So once again, we're underway. Bellingham. Olise. Well read. And the danger is averted. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Couldn't squeeze it through. Steaming on goalwards. Vieira. Figo. It's a searching pass. Figo in acres of space out wide. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Played out towards the right wing. Figo climbs up big! Oh, it's come off the upright. Figo has it in a... Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Iniesta. Thuram. Madrid finding their passes. That is good alertness. Olise.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rijkaard. Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's there to make the challenge.
Olise really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was...
Oh no, this does not look good. Figo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Tries to play it through, and he's worked it through. Shot could be... and he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Olise actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Bellingham! Nicely aimed pass. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Played out wide. Threads one in. Can he latch on to this? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Figo. Now the ball in. And he's taking no chances there. And they've got a throw. Opts for safety. And he's gone searching crossfield. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. In towards the back. Up he goes! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. Out to the right. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes it across. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham shoots! It's in! And they get themselves in front! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Arsenal looking to pass their way through.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Iniesta. Yaya Toure. That's an imaginative pass. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Ibrahimovic. Cristiano Ronaldo. A player who needs no introduction. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Triol. Ball played for Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Olise. Looking for the run, and he's picked out the run. And time is up. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Hullet. Bellingham. Conte, looking to play him in. Thuram. And now the breakaway. Saliba. Yaya Toure. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Saliba cuts out the pass. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And this is Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Puyol. And it's Rijkaard. And he's been shifted off it. Now he's got space here. Now it's Mbappe. He has found the way through. Chance! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
After 15 minutes is number 18, Olise.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Conte.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Toure gets over and intercepts. Saliba is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that has not gone well. Conte. Olise. And here's Romario. Thuram has it out wide and in space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham. Olise gets into a good position. Nesta is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, that's well spotted. Not the most accurate pass. 15 minutes till half-time. Can he get it through? And it's White. Yaya Toure gives no quarter whatsoever. And that's a good ball. Olise. White. That pass has been well intercepted. Rijkaard. Bellingham. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rummenigge knocks it out wide. Olise. Shot could be on. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Arsenal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Quality ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. White. And the keeper's got it again. Now Costa Curta. Puyol. Costa Curta. Now it's Romario. No, again there's no way through. Bellingham.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Arsenal really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Arsenal head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 3, Lilian Thuram.
So off we go once more. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Saliba wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Gabriel. Conte, the man that is tenacity personified. Now it's Mbappe. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Casillas gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
It's a pretty loose pass. Olise. Saliba proves too strong, too smart. Great ball, and he's in here. Rummenigge! And it's in! Arsenal are level. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Arsenal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, that's clever. And this is Romario. White. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Nesta gets a foot in and wins the ball. Conte. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Romario. Just eases him off the ball. Romario unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Olise. Bellingham. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. He's had it taken off him. Bellingham. Someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. And that was very necessary. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Romario. And Romario! Off the post! Puyol getting this one clear. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. Pullet is onto it in a flash. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge under an awful lot of pressure. And that is expertly dealt with. And he's intervened well there. That is good alertness. Bellingham. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. That's been cut out, well played. Saliba. Rummenigge looking to add to his goal. Romario purring through the gears.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Olise does really well to win the ball there. Knocks it into space. Gets into some space. Cross in, looks like a good one. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 6, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 10,
Well, they've got it again.
Number 18, Romario.
Oh, it's Van Basten.
Coming on the field. Number 11.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
Number 13, Beckham. Number 21, Jan Koller. Number 20.
And this is Van Basten. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's having a good look here.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
That was travelling. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted. That is ended up in no man's land. Now, can they get him away?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a promising position. Gets a good foot in there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no... Bellingham! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Arsenal complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Dumfries. Conte. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.
And a quick reminder today that...
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, this is certainly a man who can make all the difference.
King Eric, surely one of the greatest ever to grace the English game. And you've got to say that alongside his class, he brought about a bit of a tactical revolution too.
Yeah, in an age where everything was fast and down the sides, well, his nous and drive encouraged his team to play through the middle with great success. Nothing new nowadays, of course, but back then, I think his qualities were pretty unique.
Not the most accurate pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ruben Dias promptly onto that, and that is that. Kimmich played out towards the right wing. Beckenbauer. Now Hausen, Fiore. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Played back in.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shapes to shoot! And that is doing no harm at all. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Oh, that's fabulous. Arsenal have it back and can go again. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! Fiore. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Conte. And here's Bellingham. He has a look up. He's having a shot! Fiore. Cantona. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Tries to play it through. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Bergkamp. White. Rijkaard. Costa Curta. And Bastoni. Gabriel. Bastoni. Olise.
This is the time you need that pace.
And no, that was never going to make it. Works it forward. White wins the duel this time. Fiore. Driving forward. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cantona. Bergkamp. Gets a good foot in there. Conte. Chance here to counter. That's a good ball out wide. And that could spell trouble. Great vision. Bellingham. Driving on and making good progress. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cantona. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And he's managed to get free. Takes aim and crosses. Deftly away. Nicked it back promptly. Now Costa Curta. Back into the middle. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that the...
Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. Arsenal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Olise! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Olise deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reached the halfway point.
Arsenal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. He's through. Oh, shooting chance! He's scored! The second half sparked straight into life. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Defending of the desperate variety. Cantona. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Conte. Cantona. Olise. And there's his chance to lead the counter. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Costa Curta. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Oh, well measured. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's an excellent interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, important interception. Bergkamp.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Bellingham.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. And it's Serginho. Bergkamp. Aimed beyond the defence. Swings in across. Punched away. Closing in on goal.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Bergkamp, spread out to the left. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Arsenal are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ruben Dias cuts out the pass.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's shifted, shoots! And he hits the net! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
White. Gabriel. Looking for the run. And it's Zaire Emery. Olise. Bellingham. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. And it's Zaire Emery. Olise. White. And this is It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Chance for a shot! Goal! Senegal! And Senegal score first. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Mosquera.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Mosquera. Not the most accurate pass. James. Senegal do have a chance to counter here. Olise. Mbappe. Chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That's going to go a long way. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Zaire Emery has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. James. That is a great pick out. White. That is ended up in no man's land. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Kante does really well there. He is strong. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. Nicely shaped ball. And he shoots! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mosquera. And Hakimi. And it's James. A probing pass. And that's not going to reach. Costa Curta
Rijkaard.
is the team's great visionary. Now Costa Curta. Puyol. And it's Ibrahimovic. Conte. Bellingham.
Rijkaard.
Olise. Threads one in. And he welcomes it in. Bellingham. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Looks to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
And here's Kaka. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's made its way to him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That's a little off target. And we hit half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le numéro 22, Kaka. Le numéro 33.
So once again, we're underway.
Le numéro 6. Le numéro 5.
White carries the ball down the right. Olise. Adams. And it's James. And Mosquera. Now he's off and running.
Rijkaard.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mosquera. Senegal finding their passes. And that is a little undercooked. Olise proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Kukçu. He's in a... Ibrahimovic! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Bellingham getting this one clear. Hakimi. Kukçu. Mbappe. Now the ball's gone astray. Senegal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Conte. Knocks it into space. He might be in here. And the shot! Oh, he's been caught. It's fallen kindly here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Kukçu. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Good ball, good take. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hakimi.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And this is Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Ibrahimovic shapes to shoot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le
Corner
numéro
number
13,
2 then.
Le numéro 15. À leur place, le numéro 2. Le
Great
numéro
chance!
13. Attention.
Oh,
changement.
denied brilliantly.
Vinicius Junior is offering a right smile there.
Senegal have their third corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Looking to play him in. Cucurella puts the ball in. Played it again.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Deftly away. Oh, it's a lovely, delicate pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Carvajal. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Rashford. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He has a look up. Has crossed into the middle. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Into the last 5 minutes. Mosquera. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
White does well to get it back. White tries making a foray down the right. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Gabriel. Strong running down that left flank. Gabriel spots it and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the right.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Bellingham. Now it's Raul. Conte. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Raul. Now it's Rashford. Carvajal. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Oh, it's come loose. Threads one in. Raul. And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And they've switched it over to the other side. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Bellingham. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Dunk. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Dunk. And it's Marquinhos. Looking tidy in possession here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Perez. And here's Rashford. White. Nice looking ball. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Perez. And Carvajal. Half an hour played now. Dunk. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Bellingham. Olise. Now it's Raul. Bellingham. Now it's Olise. And it's White. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Ribery. Oh, that's well spotted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked out the run, and he's found a way past. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To get them off and running. It's bounced back off the post. Puyol with the clearance. showing good feet. And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Dunk. Perez. It's Bellingham. And this is Ribéry. Now it's Perez. This looks promising. Rashford has been caught there, it's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Perez! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Incoming delivery. And that has been knocked clear. Madrid with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. White attempts a clearance.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Very nicely done. And here's Bellingham. Chance to deliver. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 7.
And the action is back underway.
Arsenal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. White. Brilliantly cut out. Rashford. Perez. Rashford. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was quick to react. Turns back here, probably the best option. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's a nicely shaped ball.
Oh, sweet feet.
Perez. Olise. Looking for the run, and that could set him on his way. Shoots! And it's in! The second half sparked straight into life. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And it's White. White. That has been cut short. Perez. Looking for a runner. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now it's Rashford. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's played through for him. Real chance here. And he's gone backward here. Bellingham. driving on and making good progress. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Can he get it through? And this is Inzaghi. Bellingham! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Bellingham certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
We have got
9,
changes here, from both sides in fact.
el dorsal 20. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21. Messi, el dorsal 13. El
White
dorsal 22,
is one whose deliveries we all know about.
jugadores.
And here's Neymar. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's in space and looking for options. Goes for the shot! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar has it in a wide position. White. Bellingham.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Chips it through. And that has been knocked clear. Madrid have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Costa Curta gets into some space. And they win it back again. Not the most accurate pass. Well read, nice interception. Arsenal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Conte knocks it out wide.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Mbappe is behind this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. And it's White. Tries to pass it through. And this is Neymar.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Denilson. Could be danger here. Lovely, now then. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. Marquinhos with a definite fell there. Marquinhos has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Costa Curta. That is good alertness. And time is up. Arsenal have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Conte claiming the man of the match award.